go. Yeah. All right. And it looks like this may be Mr. Thomas calling in here. Let's see. Good afternoon. This is referee Brian Nicholas with Macomb County Family Court. And who do I have on the telephone?
Rodney Thomas.
All right. All right. Mr. Thomas, Ms. Burke has already stated her appearance. I want to thank you both for appearing via Zoom today. And please realize that
how did she stated her appearance when?
Yeah, your audio wasn't working. She connected and has stated her name. She's here. And then you got your audio connected. Yeah, so I'm just saying, when I say her appearance, she's here present in the courtroom via Zoom already, and she's already stated her name. Ms. Burke, can you state your name again so he can hear you?
Yvette Burke.
All right. So guys, I want to thank you both for appearing via Zoom today. Even though you're remote, realize this is a legal proceeding, just as if you guys were here present in the courtroom. Mr. Thomas or Ms. Burke, any questions regarding that this in fact is a legal proceeding today?
No.
I just got one question.
Okay.
The way that I was notified about this this whole proceeding was not right. So I don't feel that I had the fair chance to prepare for this.
So you didn't receive a copy of the motion?
Yeah, but I received it Friday.
Yeah, so the law provides that you have to have it in the mail 9 days in advance.
Yeah, but
and it looks like, ma'am, you might be short a day here. You might be short a day here. Let's see. So you did it on the 14th. Oh no, you have plenty of time. So ma'am, you said this indicates you mailed it to him on September 14th. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so
I have the receipt to show that.
All right.
The big purse from the post office. I'm gonna show you.
And Mr. Thomas, is your address up to date with the front of the court? So ma'am, what address did you send it to?
I send it to the address. I don't have it exactly in front of me. It's 11 something Flanders, but it's the address where I've picked up the kids and dropped off the kids as staying with him. The other address I had before is the address where he lived before, and I know he's not living there.
Okay, so
it's a boarded up house.
Okay, so you mailed this to the Flanders address in Detroit?
Yeah.
So Mr. Thomas, are you at a Flanders address in Detroit?
No, that's not my address.
What is the address you want for the court and for service of pleadings and process?
5555 Woodhall.
Woodhome, is it WOODHOME?
Woodhall, HALL.
Okay, and is that Detroit or where is that?
Detroit, Michigan, 48224.
And how long have you been there?
6 months.
And is that what you have on record with the front of the court?
No.
So we have 6.
My driver's license and my places is where I stay.
Okay, so we have our record. Okay, our records have you at 6154.
No.
So it's not 6154, it's 5555, 4 5s in a row?
Correct. Yep, 4 5.
Have you been getting any mail from the court? Because again, our address, we have you as 6154 Woodhall.
I haven't got any mail from you guys.
So you want us to change it right now to 5555 Woodhall, Detroit, Michigan, 48224? Okay.
That's fine.
So, sir, there's two different things. So guys, just so you know, when you're serving stuff, you can use the last known address on file with the courts. And ma'am, did he sign for it? Or did he sign for it or no?
I don't know who this is, but someone signed. I can't. Oh, wait a minute.
I can't see it, but you can't read what the signature is?
It says CAM, maybe, or
so
something.
Okay.
LO.
Mr. Thomas, does that ring a bell, Mr. Thomas?
Not at all, and I didn't sign for it.
Okay, so guys, listen. So I can adjourn this a week to make sure that service requirements are met, or we can we can go forward today because it's probably going to be the same debate today that we're going to have in a week. So, Mr. Thomas, what do you want to do? You want to do this next week or today?
Well, I'm gonna. It's really confusing on what she did this whole process, and like I said, this was like the whole serving thing and how I got this. This was like unbeknown. I just got it like Friday.
Right. So she's basically the heart of this is, but basically the heart of this motion is you have 4 children. Your oldest was living, or your son was living with you, but now she says he's living with her. That's pretty much the heart of this motion, ma'am. Am I correct?
So we can. So let's just proceed right now and just because.
Okay. All right.
He just went back with her. Okay.
Okay.
He just went. So.
All right.
This whole argument of no, I don't agree with it, and no, I'm not going along with what she's doing at all. I don't agree.
Well, what does that mean? Well, let her tell me what happened. I'm going to let you respond, and then I'm going to ask you each what you want to do. So you guys have kind of been doing things your own way. You guys did a support order back in 2021 with you having your son primarily and her having the 3 other children primarily. So let me ask this. So, sir, what would you like the situation to be? The arrangement with the 4 kids?
There's only 3 kids.
Oh, there's 3. I'm sorry.
The daughter, she's done and over.
Keone's graduated. She's 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not.
Okay. So I'm sorry. I mean, your 3 minor children. What would you like to see the arrangement with them, sir?
My son Rodney, the third, still stays with me, and my other twins can come with me on the weekend.
But I thought you said Rodney just went back to his mom's recently.
Yeah, he went back. He wasn't supposed to go back, but he went back. He wasn't supposed to go back. The way it happened, he wasn't supposed to go back to his mom. He just ended up there. He knows that, and that's what basically happened with that situation.
And ma'am, tell me, ma'am, this is your opportunity to tell me your side of the situation. What's your take on it?
This is my side. I have witness statements. I'm sorry, but I was at the emergency with my 13-year-old daughter. She plays football, and she had jammed her finger. And my son called me and asked me where I was because he has to get dropped off right now. And I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I'm at the emergency with your sister. So can I just pick you up after because I'm not at home?" I said, "What do you mean dropped off right now?" He said, "I have to get dropped off right now." I said, well, the way he said it, I'm like, well, hold on. What, do you have all your clothes or something? Because every time he comes to my house, there's a problem with clothes, that I sent all over there. So he said, yeah, I have all my clothes. So the girlfriend pulls up in front of Children's Hospital. It's a U in front of the emergency, skirting, music loud, put him out, put his clothes out. Yep, see you. Yep, I'm good. Bye. Skirted off, music loud again.
What was the date of that?
That was, let me think. Football. When did she do this? Oh, God. Your Honor, I didn't even, I'm sorry, I don't have.
I mean, is it?
It's been
January,
like a week
February,
ago.
March?
No, that happened a week ago. Now, prior to that.
1 week ago.
Yeah,
okay.
Prior to that, we'll just go back to, because there's so many days and so many incidents and so many times. I'm just going to go back to school, beginning of school, when school started, when he was staying with his dad. Can I?
Okay, so sir, let her finish, and then sir, you'll get a chance when she's done. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so when school started, it was an issue with him going to school. He had to be in a certain school because of his behavior. Every school won't take him. So he finally found a school. It was like taking a long time to find a school. I'm like, well, what about, I got some options, these and those schools. No, we can't use my options. Okay, fine. I'm going to stay out of it. I'm going to let you handle it. So he got him into school. Okay, fine. Within a week after that, he's at my house staying with me. Okay, he's there staying, not visiting, not coming back and forth. He's staying. So now, okay, fine. I know that happens because it happens all the time. Just like when he came back from California, the kids all left my house with all their stuff because he told me that he got it. He's going to take them. He'll take them all and give me a break so I can rest. Okay. Within 3-4 weeks, they were back with all their stuff. So,
Okay.
you know, so it's not like, you know, I said, Rodney, can I get some shoes for school? Can I get that? You know, I don't care about what he is saying. I'm tired. I have not gotten no child support. The only thing I got was the tax return money. I used that to purchase a new vehicle because my vehicle was stolen in November, on November 30th. I was in rental since then. So the other money I spent, bills, shoes, socks, this, that, the third. Answer this for me. You know, I'm just asking for any help. Can I get some school clothes? Can they come over? Can I get a break? You know, something, anything, you know, but everything's always been on me
Have you called in regards to support, have you called the enforcement office for support?
No, because I'm not even interested. I ain't got it all this time. I didn't get it. I ain't gonna get it. Like he told me he's gonna do what he wants to do. He's plainly told me that. He don't care who say what. He's gonna do what he wants to do. My daughter wants to know why she can't talk to her daddy, why he won't call her right now. You know, I didn't even ask for none of this. I just told her.
So what do you want to see? So what would you like to see happen? What is the parenting time situation you'd like it to be?
Parenting time, I would beg for anything. I don't even ask to put nothing set. Can I get a day? Can they get the weekend? Can this be some sincere visit with my kids time? Can we do it? I don't even ask. I've been doing it on my own ever since. So I ain't asking for a dime. What about my daughter wondering where her daddy at?
So what do you want to okay,
kids?
Stop. What do you want to have happen today? What do you want the court to order?
Custody of my son because I'm the one taking care of him.
So your order already has you having joint legal with you having custody. You guys modified support, but you didn't modify the custody. You guys modified support on this case. Okay, I got it. But what is the schedule you want for parenting time? You already have custody. You guys just did a support order saying your son was primarily with dad, but there's still a support order charging away at $1,500 a month. Just so y'all know. I mean, you can ask for enforcement.
Can you repeat that, sir?
You have a support order currently charging at $1,500 a month. Sorry, 1,000, not 51. Guys, I'm sorry, it's 1,050.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I said there 1,050.
Okay. Okay, so now is Rodney still under that support?
Yeah, because it averages out. You guys calculated support in 2021.
Okay, so
take it. Stop, guys. You can't ask me a question and talk over me. I'm answering still. Let me answer the question you asked. In January of 2021, you did an order. The reason I said 4 children, I was looking at that order. Your oldest child now graduated and is an adult. But based on that, it takes into consideration the parenting time schedule. We had your son primarily living with you and the other children with mom, and it averages out all the overnights and came to $1,000 a month. Your arrearage owing to her is currently about $15,000. So enforcement's a different issue. There's an enforcement department. But right now, she's here saying, what do you guys want the parenting time schedule to be with the 3 children and you, Mr. Thomas? What do you want it to be?
Okay, what I said, I want my son to still remain physically with me because she doesn't know how to control him. Doesn't know how to control his behavior. I'm speaking now. He's a teen boy, okay, and he does what he wants to do. I'm the only person that can keep a thumb on him and keep him straight. So I do not want him with her. She cannot do it. She's called me numerous times and told me that she couldn't do it. That was the reason for him coming out to California. Okay, she put him on a plane and sent him to California because she could not do it anymore. I understood that, and I had no issues with it. I still don't have no issues with it.
When she says your girlfriend called and dropped him off at the hospital when your daughter was in the hospital and dropped him off and said he's yours, that didn't happen?
Yes, but that didn't happen like that. She had no contact, or she just had contact with my son. When my son goes back and forth to her house, he takes all his clothes. So however she takes the picture.
So he didn't get in trouble, and you said I'm dropping him off. I'm done with him, and dropped him off at the hospital.
No, he did not get in trouble. Okay, Your Honor. If it was a place where I said, okay, you got to go back and stay with your mom, just as well as I talked to her outside of you, I would have called and told her that he coming back and stay with you. I'm done with it.
So, ma'am, he's saying that. So, ma'am, what's your take? Go ahead.
Okay, my take is that him and his girlfriend got into it and he left. She dropped him off at the hospital. Okay, we gonna cut to the chase. Okay, that's what happened, period. I was there. I talked to her as well. Okay, me and her.
So do you?
Thank you for taking care of my son. And she said, don't worry.
But let me ask this. But was it just for one day?
With every bag and stitch of clothing that he had? He had
here's the question I'm asking. Did he get in a fight and leave for the day, and his girlfriend took it upon herself to pack up your son's stuff and drop him off to you without Mr. Thomas knowing?
Because I wasn't there, but it all piled up in the back of my car to the point where my daughter, I have a third row. My daughter.
I got you, but you said you talked to his girlfriend. What does his girlfriend tell you? Were they in a fight just that one day, or did he take off for days and she was watching your son without him?
I didn't ask her their business. That's not mine. I just told her, thank you for bringing me my son. I said, thank you for taking care of my son. Because she was like, I guess I'll holler at you, Trey. I'll see you whenever. And I was like, well, I said, Gabby, you okay? And she was like, oh, I'm good. I'm always good. I said, okay, well, thank you for taking care of my son. She said, oh, he's good. He's my son too. And she was like, but I'm straight. I'm going to always be straight. And she pulled off. Okay.
Why did she say he was dropping him off with all his stuff?
We had that conversation, and I wasn't going to go off into it with her at all. I'm going to talk to the father, which never answers my calls until it's convenient. So you don't know what happened.
So you don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened, period.
You haven't called Mr. Thomas since that day and said, hey, in the last 2 weeks, what's going on? Are you taking your son back?
I called him then. He did not answer my call. He called his son, I guess, the next day. He didn't call him that day because I asked him, have you talked to your dad? Have you talked to your dad? No. He must have called him the next day or whenever. I don't know if he chose to keep it to himself or whatever. When I heard about it, it was the next day, and he said he talked to his dad. And he asked him, where was he? He said he told him I'm with my mom. And that was it. I don't get off into their conversations either because, like I said, he says, what he talked to his son about is his business, him and his son. So I ain't got nothing to do with that. When I talk to him,
but he's saying he wants him back. So he's saying he wants him to come back.
This is my thing right here. I understand he wants him back. I do understand that. But with his rocky road, I'm tired of it. Ain't nobody got time. This ain't the first time he been back.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Yep.
Okay. Can you control Trey? Rodney? Are
you talking to me or him?
Well, I'm just seeing.
I think he's talking to you. He's talking to you.
This is my thing. What I'm saying is.
Oh, wait, let me answer.
I know what I have to do.
Can I answer what you
son on the straight arrow?
Can I answer what you said?
So, sir, if you ask the question, you got to let her answer, right? You asked, let her answer.
Yeah, you ready? Okay.
Go ahead.
Right at this point right now, barely. It's always something. It's something. Trust me. Every time. The most of it happens when he's going to school. Okay? The majority of it happens when he's going to school. You know, but my thing is, he's talking about how he can keep a thumb on him and everything else. Oh, he's done way worse in California. I have
What
a
do you want,
discipline
Mr.
law
What do you
from
want?
California. Discipline law.
What do you want Mr. Thomas's parenting time scheduled to be if he's living with you?
This is the thing, Yana. I feel like he don't get no parenting time. If he can't spend one day with his other son, he don't get none. You ain't spent none.
That's not how it works.
Barely.
What about
You
what about the twins?
Okay,
what
none.
about the
I want him to
twins?
have none. That's the answer.
Well, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. So other than zero.
Okay. 2. Nah.
And Mr. Thomas, what have you guys been doing with the younger 2 children?
Yeah.
You know, I've seen them probably maybe like twice a month.
You see them?
It's not as much because Rodney, you know, was physically with me. Okay. When it comes to the other 2, you know, they physically can come with me as well. My daughter, one of the twins, Aaliyah, she always wants to come, and when she comes over, she can come. She stays, and then she wants to go home. I don't force her to stay and say, "Hey, you have to stay with me." My other son, he never wants to come over. When he does, he wants to stay for a day. But when discipline is, you know, when I start to implement discipline, he wants to go back home because he doesn't have that discipline at home. He wants to go where he doesn't have to listen or do anything. So he never, he comes and he stays. And yes, I do talk to him. And this is something that she don't know. They both have phones, and I do call them and I do speak to them.
Oh, can I say something?
I do talk to them.
No, he's talking right now. Let him finish what he's saying.
I talk to him. I talk to both of them. So if they don't want to come or if they don't want to stay, then I can't force them to stay. I can't say, "Hey, you're going to stay here," because they're kids. Now,
but I thought you said you need your son because he's out of control of his mom and you're the one who can do discipline. But if they're acting up and you send them back to mom's, how are you doing the discipline?
So no, that's Rodney. I'm talking about Aaron and Aaliyah, the twins, the other 2.
Don't they need discipline?
They also do.
Ma'am, guys, stop talking to each other. This is a court of law. You don't argue with each other, ma'am. Stop interjecting when he's talking and vice versa. This isn't an argument back and forth. Everybody talks to me. Stop interrupting. Go ahead, Mr. Thomas.
Now, as far as Aaron and Aaliyah, when they do come over, I do discipline them. I do, you know, I get in their butts about whatever they're doing and what I feel they're doing wrong. Even not at my house, even at her house. You know, I try to implement structure. Again, when they want to go home, they'll call their mom and she'll be right out in front of the house picking them up.
All right. So guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you guys to a facilitator to try to work this out. If not, you guys will have a formal hearing with a referee. You can present witnesses, evidence, testimony, and think about what the parenting time schedule is right now. You guys are back and forth. They get in trouble at her house, they come to your house. They get in trouble at your house, you send them back to mom's house.
Wait, whoa,
I don't know what the heck.
Can I say something? They don't get in trouble at my house.
Sir, you just said they get in trouble, you send them back to their moms.
I said I don't send them back to their mom, Your Honor. I said when they are ready to leave, they call their mom and she'll come and pick them up.
All right.
I handle what goes on inside my household. As far as the kids, I handle them. They physically live with their mom. They don't physically live with me. So when they come and visit, okay, I deal with them accordingly, is what I'm saying to you. Now, Rodney, the third, stays with me. So I totally discipline him. I keep him on the straight line. I put him in school.
But how did your girl? But I'm going to go back to how did your girlfriend end up calling her? She's at the hospital with your daughter and drops off a whole car of his belongings.
So let's fix that. If we got to take it the other way, we can, because she never called her at all. She was.
I said in person, Your Honor. I said in person. I even said
Stop.
I said, Your Honor.
Go
He was
ahead,
only
Mr.
in
Thomas.
contact. He was only in contact with my son Rodney, and I was in contact the same day with Rodney when he was at the hospital. Okay, his mom was inside of the hospital. She wasn't even outside.
So how did he
I
end
was
up
on the
with
phone
all of
with
his
my son.
belongings?
My son-
How did he
now
end up
listen.
with all of his belongings in your girlfriend's car getting dumped
Okay,
in her car?
so Your Honor, when he travels back and forth to my house or to her house, he takes all his stuff with him.
A whole backseat of a
Every time he
car full of
goes-
stuff?
It
Come
was
on.
only a few bags. He's a team boy. He has football. So she's making it sound like, oh, his whole life just went with him.
Oh my God.
All right.
She's
So
making it
guys,
sound
I'm
like
done.
his whole life comes
We're
with him.
done. The arguments
I
are
get a
done.
final big say?
No,
Can I say
no,
something
you
else,
do
Your
not.
Honor?
I'm telling you both, you're both
Honor,
done.
I want to say,
I've heard
I want to
enough.
say one other
I've heard
thing.
enough. No, you're
I wasn't
done. You're
finished, Your
both
Honor.
done.
This is
I
a
don't
joke.
care.
That's why I take care of the kids all day long.
Stop, man. Guys, guess what? I'm going to make a point to both of you. Appearing via Zoom is a privilege, not a right. If you don't listen to me, I'm going to revoke the ability to appear by Zoom, and you're going to have to come down to the courthouse. Park your car and come into my courtroom where I have a deputy. And then you guys can't just yell at each other and stuff and know that you're not in the court because you'll be sitting in front of me with the deputy. So I'll revoke your ability to have remote hearings and make you come in person if you don't listen to me. That's how it works. So when I say no, I've heard enough. You guys have been talking, and I've heard it all 5 times. So no more. I got a lot of hearings today and I've heard enough. So I'm going to send you guys to a facilitator to try to work out your schedule with all 3 children. If not, you're going to go to a formal hearing where you can present witnesses and evidence and testimony. But there is still a support order. I'm going to refer this to the enforcement department to see if they can, ma'am, give you some relief. Because you have $15,000 owed to you right now. So my recommendation is the matters of parenting time with all 3 children is referred for facilitation with the custody department. If facilitation is unsuccessful, it should be referred to a evidentiary hearing. And 3, it is referred to the enforcement department for enforcement. All right, have a good day. You both have 21 days to object.
Do we get something in the mail or how does that work?
What, are you okay getting it emailed?
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter.
We're going to email you a copy by the